Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy, Cheryl, one of the best things I think that came out of this whole past year is that there's been kind of a movement to shop locally and support small businesses that are part of the community where you actually live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Danielle. And if you live in or near Nebraska, that would include Nebraska Furniture Mart, a business focused on improving people's lifestyles and giving back to the community that has supported them since they first opened all the way back in 1937. Andy Shefsky is here to tell us how Nebraska Furniture Mart has been looking out for the community over this very difficult year. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm real excited to be joining you guys.
Thanks for being here. So for those of us who don't know, tell us about the Nebraska Furniture Mart and some of its history.
Sure. And yeah, you summed it up well. We were founded in 1937 by Rose Blumkin, who was a Russian immigrant. She opened up our shop in the basement of her husband's pawn shop and built it into North America's largest home furnishing store. We're 83 plus years strong. And while we started in furniture, we now have pretty much anything you could want inside and around your home, from furniture, flooring, electronics, appliances, toys, pools, lawn equipment.
Wow.
Really, if you can think of it or you want it, we most likely have it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's definitely a place for adults. And one thing that I admire about you, Andy, is, your priority is to support local communities. So more specifically, what are some of the ways that Nebraska Furniture Mart gives back?
Sure, and I appreciate you asking about that, Quincy. So we're only as strong as our community. That's something we learned way back in history. In 1975, we had a tornado go through Omaha and completely destroy our store. One of the very first things our founder, Rose Blumkin, did was she donated a large amount of money to the Red Cross and the Salvation Army. And so from her leadership and her guidance, we've always been focused about how best we can support the community. And Cheryl, you had mentioned by improving people's lifestyles. So what we do is we try to determine how best we can make an impact and help. And whether that means disaster relief, whether that means from making a financial donation, or oftentimes my fellow teammates going out and contributing with community service. Just yesterday, in honor of upcoming Memorial Day, we went to a cemetery and we placed American flags at the burial sites of almost 1,000 veterans. Things like that, or helping furnish a rehabilitation facility for people working on sobering up. There's a most recent foster care neighborhood that has been created, and we helped furnish the community center there. So anytime we're able to provide a meaningful experience and give back, whether it be through volunteering with me and my teammates, making contributions in a charitable format, or doing our best to support the environment, whether it means picking up trash and beautifying a park, or making sure that we're environmentally friendly from our recycle programs.
Yeah, I know your community appreciates that.
Yeah, you guys are doing a lot there. And I think over the past year with the pandemic, people have worked so hard, especially doctors, nurses, and the rest of their staff. And you have something going on. You're doing a campaign celebrating nurses. Tell us about that.
Yes, and you're absolutely right. Even in normal conditions, when we don't have a pandemic to deal with, a day in the life of a nurse is unbelievably stressful. And just to think about not just the skills that they have to have in going about their day-to-day role, but how taxing it is when doing their best to ultimately save lives or help people. They are working with folks where tension is high, anxiety is through the roof, and they are the source of calm and healing. And so what we did to honor Nurses Week this year is we had a contest where we invited the community to nominate their favorite nurse, who in their lives they feel has made the biggest impact within our communities. And within the four regions that we have our stores in, including Omaha, Kansas City, Dallas, and Des Moines, we had 18 winners that each received a $500 gift card through the nominations from their friends, from their patients, and family members. It was really inspiring.
Wow. Well, Andy, what what was the overall response? Because when people get a chance to understand, I think the pandemic really showed people what nurses and healthcare professionals have to go through to do their job. So, what was the actual response?
It was so overwhelmingly heartwarming and it just overall positive. You think about all the day-to-day stress that we deal with in normal times, but so much going on in everyone's lives and so much negativity. But we had almost 300 submissions, and reading those stories, it's just incredible when you think about what nurses do day in and day out. I'm so glad we were able to honor them and really see them for the heroic efforts that they make day in and day out. Reading their stories is incredible.
Nice.
Oh, thank you guys for everything you're doing. And even though you're called Nebraska Furniture Mart, you said you've got locations in several different states, which is phenomenal. So how can people learn more about you?
Sure. So the easiest way is to our website is nfm.com. And then also welcome to follow us on our various social media platforms. But in that, on our website and on our social media outlets, we like to show a lot of the things going on. We have tons of fun events going throughout the year. We're looking for any type of way to celebrate and have folks enjoy themselves. So why not make it a celebration last throughout the year?
Yeah, I like it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andy, for being a part of the show today, my man.
Thank you so much for having me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
And we certainly will. Well, Cheryl, what a fun show so far. Tell you what, you want to get on the road and head to the Silver State?
You know I do.
Yes, I know you do. Maybe we'll run into Danielle, right? Either way, we'll be right back after this commercial break.